Hi, in this video we are going to introduce the new concept called the agent sphere, and with the agent sphere we can make our agents detect the nearby agent and make them avoid each other. This is kind of a collision detection feature of Mayari, and let's first open our example. Let's open that the 17, the sphere detection. And inside of this scene you can see that there's the box OA we previously created, and there's the placement nodes we placed the sum of agents inside of the scene. When we placed our agent, nothing happened when we play back, because there's no any of logic here. Their decision is blank. Let's first create our default one. Usually the first decision should be the default. Let's make that default and enable the default decision. The default decision is that a decision can be executed when the other decision not activate. So this is idle decision. Let's make that the move forward as speed. For example, free. We tested it before. The free is the appropriate the speed, and the free is actually stand for the free unit per second. And if you want to calculate out the per frames the speed, you need to divide the free by the 24. Let's play back our simulation. You can see that our agent will move forward, but no any of the collision detection feature enabled at this moment. We needed to build them from scratch. Before that, let me introduce the sphere range. And when you select any one of the agents, you can see that there's the red circle here. And this red circle is actually the radius and the preview for the sphere. The sphere is kind of the 3D and wrapped the agent around, just like the sphere and the 3D sphere. Because the agent can detect not only the horizontal agents, but also the vertical space. So a sphere is pretty important. Any one of agent inside of the sphere can be detected by the agent we selected. You can see that there are 3 agents here inside of the sphere range. So this agent can detect them and do something with the logical decision. And the other agent outside of this the sphere range cannot be detected by this guy. So this is very useful for detect the agent nearby and do something the collision avoidance, the logical result. And you can check the sphere range here in the channel box, but you cannot adjust this value, because when you deplace your agents and replace that again, the value is returned back. And if you want to adjust this value, you need to adjust here. There are 2 ways to can adjust it. The first way is adjust the bounding box, because when you select the agent node, there is a sphere range parameter here, but we leave that default 0. At this moment, if we leave that 0, that means we can calculate the sphere range automatically, and the sphere range radius can be calculated by the diagonal the length of this bounding box. You can see that each one of OA, the origin agent, has a bounding box. So when you just increase the size of the bounding box, can increase the radius of each one of the agent. So let's place that again. You can see that at this time the radius is 4.9. If we shrink this down like this, and this sphere range go to the 3.021. So you need to fill this or adjust the bounding box of this agent properly for making the sphere range correct. Also, we can manually set this up, because we think the value of 4.5 should be the correct value. So we need to we can fill this sphere range here in the 4.5, and when we placed our agents again, each one of the sphere range will be become the 4.5. And this sphere range can be scaled up and down by the agent scale. So that means if you just randomize the size of the agent, the scale min and max we previously talked about, the radius of that can be automatically multiplied by this value, the 1.1, 0.95. Okay. You can see that the sphere range is not changed, but it will multiply by this in the calculation in simulation. So just like that. Okay, let's create the logic for avoid each other. This is pretty simple. In each one of the local transformation of this current agent, there are some rules. Let's open our document. You can see that we can find the document detail at here, logic and detection range sphere. There are two attributes, the sphere, the range, and the sphere color. We are going to talking about the sphere color later, because you can fill the others colors by this. And you can see that there's a sphere range in the left. In the middle is 0, in the middle front is 0, and the left is 0 to the 180 degree, and the right side is also 0 to the minus 180. So we can feel the logic means if there are someone in the 0 to 100, for example, that means there are some agent on my left. So let's do that. Someone left. Okay. This is a sphere range. Someone in my sphere with angle from 0 to 100. Okay. And this means there are someone is on my left. So at this time we need to go right. Okay, and return. We need to rotate to right at speed on 150 degree. And let's create in the symmetrical one, this someone right. Okay. Sphere range. Someone in my sphere range and with angle from 0 to minus 100. Okay. And you can see that this is agent. There is some agent on my right. At this time, we need to go the rotate to left. Rotate to the left at speed 150. Please notice that these should be symmetrical. 0 to 100 and 150. The 0 to minus 100 and left 150 should be symmetrical. And also, we needed to blur the boundary here because we needed to avoid the popping, the jumping the result. Okay, let's just blur 0 here with 20 degree. Let's just change that back minus 100 to 0, and this should be also symmetrical 20. Let's play back our simulation again. You can see at this time the agent will try to avoid each other when they collide or nearby the others. But the result is not very good. In the next video, we're going to talk about some relatively advanced than this setup, which can make everything more smooth. Thank you for watching. See you next time.